Ancients have some advice for your next bold move. Hi, my name's Kelsey. I'm an intuitive guide, and today I'm pulling a card for the collective from the Classical Mythology Oracle deck. Let's get into this. As always, keep in mind this is a general collective reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. In any case, let's get into it. We're calling on the ancients for a message of wisdom for the collective. We just want one card, Spirit. They keep handing me so many cards, but we just want one, please. Oh, hey, it shot across the room. Holy smokes, we got Poseidon, number 11. Keywords, turmoil, emotions, and deep feeling. This is so fitting as we've just entered Pisces season. And also, not only that, Mercury is in retrograde in the sign of Pisces. So we're definitely feeling this as a collective, and this energy coming forward is no accident. All right, to get a clearer and richer message, I'm reading right from the booklet. But Poseidon, Neptune, and Neptune and Pisces are like this, right? So Poseidon is the god of the sea. He rules over all the oceans and rivers of the world. He was known for his tempestuous nature. He carries the trident or three-trined fork, which is what the fishermen of the time used, indicating that Poseidon's generosity fed the people, so he is a symbol of abundance too. In a card spread, Poseidon represents deep feelings and emotional turmoil. The closer this card is to your personal card, the more likely it is that this turmoil is something you are currently experiencing, feeling overwhelmed or like you're drowning in your circumstances. It is not unusual when this card appears. It is a sign that you need to process your emotions rather than avoiding or repressing them. There are many ways you can do this, such as journaling or via therapy. Talking things through with a trusted friend is also an option. Do you bottle things up or squash down your feelings? If so, this card is telling you that it needs to stop. Expressing your emotions is good for you. Now is the time to let your feelings show. Ask for help if you need it. Cry when you need to. If you're angry about something, then express that anger to the person or people concerned. Careful, okay? Careful with that. Holding on to it won't let you do you any good in the long run. If you feel like you're in the midst of a tidal wave of emotions, ride the wave. Trust that the tide will soon turn and you'll find yourself in calmer waters. Okay, let's get into this. So, of course, expressing your emotions rather than repressing is way healthier, right? But that being said, there are healthy ways of expressing that emotion. Gave some good options there, right? Journaling, talk therapy, different types of therapy may be important to you as well, but sometimes talking helps people, sometimes talking doesn't help people, right? Gotta use your discernment. But this is about not stifling your emotions, not covering them up, but rather riding the wave of those emotions, accepting them for what they are, not being mad at yourself for being upset or for being sad, but embracing those emotions. And, sometimes the first step is naming that emotion, right? Naming that emotion, and then you can kind of deal. All right. So you're not alone here, though. With that Poseidon card, this collective energy, especially with, Mercury not only being in Pisces, but it's also retrograde as well. So our communication is going through it. Our technology might be going through it. But this is the chance to embrace those emotions and those deep feelings without turmoil, right? But, human beings having spiritual beings having a human experience, it's not always going to be perfect, but just remember to embrace those emotions and to get them out in a healthy way that makes sense to you. That is your advice from the ancients here. So if this message resonates, why don't you leave me the glyph for Pisces? If you want to go even further than that, you can leave me the glyph for Pisces, but you can also leave the emotion that you're working through in this moment. I think that might be really powerful. And if this reading resonates, if you want to book a reading with me, this is where you can find me. And join myself and my friend Heather Schultz every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TubeU for our podcast called Tarot Tales. We do collective readings, we chat about astrology, we chit-chat about spiritual experiences, and we do give personal readings. So check us out. We're super interactive there, and we'd love to have you. Have a beautiful rest of your day.